Today we've got this 5th gen Cummins in the shop. I think it's either a 23 or a 24. We're going to be putting a suspension kit on this thing. We've got a whole kit from Thuren. We have their rear coils with Fox shocks, and then their front coils, again Fox shocks, a track bar, and a high clearance sway bar. So we're going to get this thing up on the lift. I'm not going to pick it all the way up because we don't really need to. And we're going to knock out the rear first, and then we're going to pick the front of it up and get the front knocked out. So this should be a pretty straightforward job. None of this stuff's super difficult. I think the rear shocks are a little difficult to get to, but again, it shouldn't be anything too crazy. So I don't know what size this is. The customer supplied all of this stuff. He ordered it because scheduling and stuff. I was like, man, just go ahead and get it, and I'll let you know when I have a free day in the shop to get it knocked out. So he had all this stuff. He's packing around the back seat, and he came and dropped it off the other weekend, and I'm just now getting to it. So we're gonna get this knocked out. All right, so we came underneath here. We undid the upper sway bar bolts and then the lower shock mounts. And you can pick the truck up, and that allows the axle to stay down far enough to get all the tension off of the coil springs. So now we're gonna pull these coil springs out, put the new ones in, and then get it sitting back down on its own weight. And then I think there's a little deal up here to get to the upper shock bolts. They're kind of a pain to get to, but I think it'll be manageable. So we're gonna get these coils in here now, get this thing back on its weight. So this is pretty slick. In this box, I thought it was just the coil springs, but there's actually these nice extended sway bar end links, the hardware for them, and then there's a little bracket that relocates apparently a parking brake cable on the driver's side. So I didn't know all that was in these boxes. I thought it was just the coils. Of course, it's Thuren. They come with nice detailed instructions and pictures. We like Thuren stuff. I try to put Thuren on everything that I can. And then obviously the shocks. I don't expect there to be any surprises in those boxes. Yeah, these are much taller. You can see they have a tighter wound spring here at the top, and then a more spacing on the winding here at the bottom. That's for a progressive rate spring. So let's get these old ones pulled out of here. All right, so we got the new Thuren coils in. That was a lot more work than I was expecting. The Thuren instructions say, and I quote, "Jack the truck up a little bit more than expected to fit the coils." I thought they meant like an inch or two, not like 3 feet. No big deal though. Now we can set it back down. I ended up having to take the track bar out. I couldn't figure out why the axle wasn't dropping, and then I realized it's because the control arms are angled, so it's kind of like a triangulated. So they're not super triangulated, but it's just enough to where it binds up at full droop. So now they're in, I can set it back down and put the track bar and everything back on. So we got everything back together back here except for the shocks. And you can see the upper shock bolt through there. So I think if we take this inner fender liner out, obviously on both sides, we can get through right here and get to the shock mount. So I'm gonna get those pulled out, and hopefully, I don't think you do it through the bed. There's a hole up there for like mounting a gooseneck, one of the tie downs or whatever, hold downs, but I don't think you can get to the shock bolt through there. So I'm gonna pull these out and see what kind of result that gives us. Sure enough, that got us access that we needed. It's a pretty stupid design, I must say, but we can make that work. So I'm gonna struggle working through this little space here and get that shock out, and then jump over to the other side and do the same. And here is our second shock installed on the passenger side. So now we are completely done with the rear. One thing I will say, this piece, it says it's a emergency brake cable relocation bracket, and it says this radius here goes on that radius there for the where the cross member comes through the frame. I don't I don't see any purpose to this. I have no idea what this does. It looks like it's more for decoration than anything. It says it's to relocate these parking brake cables, but they're, I mean, it's like a 1-inch lift, 1.5 inches. So, and there's only one bolt hole that goes where that factory one goes up there. So I don't know if you're supposed to put it there and then zip tie the cables to it or what. The instructions are kind of unclear on that. So I'm gonna leave this off because I don't see any purpose for this. It makes no sense in my mind. Anyway, so, and then I accidentally tore the page that has the instructions for it. But yeah, it just shows it here hanging off the side of the frame. It doesn't really do anything. So it's kind of odd. Anyway, we're gonna jump over to the front of the truck now and get all of this stuff on. So I got all the factory components stripped out of this thing. The coils, the shocks, the sway bar, and the track bar. That's everything we're gonna be replacing. And I've got all our new stuff laid out here. We got the Thuren track bar, the Thuren sway bar with the end links and bushings, the Fox remote reservoir shocks, and then the new coils. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the coils put in so it can sit back down on its own weight. And then all this stuff we can install at ride height. We got the new Thuren springs installed. Got it off the lift. She's sitting on her own weight. So we're gonna go ahead and get the shocks put in here now and then move on to the rest. I just drilled these 2 holes to mount the reservoir bracket. Like so. So now we're gonna use these hose clamps that Thuren provides to get that reservoir mounted to the bracket. And then we can put the fender liner back in, and I believe we have to trim it a little bit to fit the reservoir and bracket. So I got this thing wrapped up. So we got our reservoirs mounted, lower bolts in. Got the track bar in and the sway bar. Some nice billet links there. Sway bar, the new bushings it comes with. So we're gonna go take this thing for a drive now and see how it operates. I really like the look of that that sway bar with those billet end links there. That looks nice. This side. So yeah, let's go see how this thing rides. Well, this thing's all wrapped up. We took it for a drive. It rides nice and smooth. Got it cleaned up a little bit for him. Got some of the dirt knocked off. So there she is. I got another picture of it I'll put here at the end of this video. Turned out pretty good. I didn't drive it before. He said before it would beat you to death riding in the driver's seat, just trying to control it. So there must have been something wrong, bad shocks or defective spring or something, I don't know. I should have driven it before I put the kit on, but he said it was terrible to drive. So she's nice now.